Hi, good morning. It's Tanny the Canadian Stamper. Happy New Year. It's the first card tutorial of 2025. It's going to be a very exciting year. And we're kicking things off. We're casing from the new Stampin' Up mini catalog that launches or products become available January 7th. So we're doing one of the Slimline cards on page 33 if you already have the catalog. And I'm going to show you right from scratch how to do the Slimline. I've got some samples to show you from the Delightful Wishes. There's a new class coming up. Lots to get into, so let's do it. Welcome, welcome. I have not yet put links to things in the comments, but I will do so soon. So here's the mini catalog. This launches both of these January 7th, both of these, Celebration. So if you're not familiar with Celebration, for every $75 you spend, you get to have something from in here, which there's designer series paper, stamp sets, a stamp and die set. I can't open these yet until they go live, but we're going to be casing from here. So this catalog goes until May 5th. Celebration, however, only goes until February 28th. So for every $75, you get something for free. And then I think the next price point is maybe $150. And then you can get the stamp and die bundle, which is like a heart-shaped kind of theme. So if you're following along, if you already have your catalog, it's page 33 is where we're casing, and we're using the Delightful Wishes. If you need a catalog, then just put it in the comments. I'll get you a catalog. You can, I can't open it online, but you can certainly have one, like a paper catalog, and you can start looking through and making your wish list if you want. So Delightful Wishes, we're going to do two-step stamping. These are the dies that go with it. So let me show you a couple of samples. So this is one only using designer series paper, and then I've used the dies to cut out some pieces here, and this is the ribbon that goes with it, and I've fussy cut from there. And then this is the one that we're making today. This is our Slimline on a basic white card base. So there's all the pieces. So there's no stamping, well, pardon me, just the sentiment, but all of this is die cut. So I'm going to show you, this is Daffodil Delight. So I'm going to show you a way to, a technique to use when you're doing die cuts. Now this, Kate and I are, Kate, the West Coast Paper Crafter, and I are doing, oh, I should bring up your comments while I'm chatting, are doing another collaboration on a class with the Delightful Wishes. So we're going to do, there's 6 projects, and there's 2 beginner style cards, 2 casual style cards, and then 2 avid cards. And so Kate is doing 3 and I'm doing 3. There we go. So I'll run through these quickly because I want to give away all the secrets. And that's the avid one. So this is the class, and there's special vellum paper that comes with this with the paper and whatnot. So if you buy the bundle, or if you buy the suite, I think then the class is for free, or there's a PDF and videos and measurements. So more to follow on that. I need to do up the Facebook event today. So hope you are excited for that class. Hi, everybody. I see you jumping on. I just finally got to turning on comments. So let's do this. So I have some pieces already ready to go here. We're going to get right into it. So we're going to set all these pieces aside. Oops. Let's do our card base first. So this is an 8.5 by 11 piece of basic white. And to do your Slimline, I did this on purpose so you could see. We're gonna chop off, I think it's to 7.5 or 7 1/4, and we're gonna leave the 8.5. So you get 1 card out of 1 sheet, and then of course you would save the save the other piece. So your Stampin' Up! Trimmer, your arm will come out. Let's just measure this. I got too much stuff over here. So to make sure we have our base proper, yeah, it's 8.5. And then don't forget we need to do it this way to get it 7. So 8.5 by 7. So let's cut our piece. So this is 8.5. So now we want to go to 7. Yes, Happy New Year to everybody. Thanks, Christine. All right, so half of 7 is 3.5, which is, we're gonna score. Wait a minute. Oh, I almost messed that up. 7 is this way, so we wanna go 3.5 this way. I almost scored on my 8.5 side. There. Now we have our card base. Do you guys have a little caddy at your desk? Like a little one of these? I think I have a video of this on my YouTube channel from the way back. I use that. I use this. It just sits here all the time. And it's where I keep all scissors and different things. If you don't have one of those, what do you guys use at your desk? Do you have one or? Okay, there's that one. So that's our base. Step 1 done. Then we have 2 pieces of designer series paper. So so all the measurements are going to be in the newsletter for tomorrow evening. So if you want to sign up for that, and then you will have all the measurements. If you are looking for, like if you're late to registering for the newsletter and you're interested in a particular set of measurements, then just comment, just tag me in a comment and I'm happy to share those with you. This one that we're doing today, different designer series paper, but this one I've cut right to the card base, and this one I've done 1/4 of an inch less. And we're going to use the burlap type paper. So that's the difference. All right, so let's get these on, and then I'm going to show you the technique for color, it's coloring, but it's sort of to jazz up your die cut a bit. So techniques for kind of doing something a little different, but still not super difficult, is die cutting with your designer series paper, or we're going to color. So you could color and stamp on your designer series paper and then die cut, or you could just color your cardstock, which is what we're going to do to give a bit of a two-toned look. Stampin' Up! Now has two-tone 12 by 12 paper, but we're gonna do it kind of a different way. So, oh, I need my mini stamp cut and emboss machine. All right, so these colors, this is Peach Pie and Daffodil Delight. So we're keeping Daffodil Delight, but I'm taking Pool Party for this one because in our paper here, we've got a little bit of Pool Party back in here. And so I thought it would be good to do that. Gail has a caddy that your friend made. Oh, good. I love it. I love my caddy. Morning, Mary. Christine, Gail, Wendy. Hi, everybody. All right, so these 2 dies will end up going together to make our flowers. So this one I just want as my regular base, but then this piece I want to be also Pool Party, but a bit different. So this is dark Pool Party. That's it. It's just that simple. So you're just gonna color. I mean, you could add layers. You could do the light version, and that's that. So same with the daffodil. We have our 2 pieces. So that one is there, and this is dark Daffodil Delight. So, well, that's not enough. It's an easy way to get a 2-toned cardstock. Have you guys tried this before? It's not my idea. It's in the catalog on page 33. Good grief, Tanya. thought, yeah, that's a good idea. Good. All right, let me get my mini. I forgot to grab it. All right. So this is the mini Stamp Cut and Emboss machine. So it works just like the big one, just smaller. Okay, so if you're just joining, we're using Delightful Wishes. And I showed some samples there. So the class will be ready. I don't know if I haven't seen Kate on yet this morning. The class will be ready this weekend, I think as of Sunday, but I think we should probably launch it January 7th, which is the same day that the catalog launches. So everybody can, get a good look at the suite. And then you'll have all the details. Now, the other crafty thing that you can get in on is the Craft and Chat. I think I've got 3 spots left. 3 spots. So that's next Saturday. Okay. So do we see there? Just gives a different look to it. It's subtle. Actually, I'm just going to point out to you. See how that seems quite dark, but when you pop it out, it's not as dark. I think once it dries a bit, it's a bit deceiving. It comes out lighter than what we would expect. All right. And so what's everybody doing this weekend? First weekend, well, yeah, I guess it is the first weekend of 2025. We had a super quiet New Year's. We watched a movie. It's called Ungentlemanly Warfare. It's kind of funny. It's got like some funny undertones. It's based on a true story. And about a secret mission. But there's massive body count, like massive. It's really quite violent, actually. And we had takeout. That was it. Pretty low key. Okay. Oh yes, Gail, thank you. Yeah, I need to do that too. Costco after this, and then the great takedown of all the Christmas stuff. All right, so we talked about this, I think it was last weekend. Your silicone mat is your bestie in your craft room. So for the class that Kate and I are collaborating on, there will be some tips on how to use your suite. For example, how to line up your die cut pieces, because there's a way that they go together. So you probably figure it out on your own, but it's nice to have some help with going over the whole suite. And in the class description on the YouTube videos, we have suggested products that would go well, with the suite. You know, once you get into using the suite, you're like, that would have been a good tool to have, or yeah. So that goes like this. So this silicone mat will stop your work surface from getting sticky. If you haven't seen it before. Okay, so I hope that the pool party does okay, like pops out a little bit. That's what I'm hoping. Put this one here, and then we'll put our card together. Okay, so we're gonna let those dry. I'm gonna put a block over top just to make sure they stay down. All right, so here's our card base. Here's our sample. So we have that organized. So I have used, early espresso there, and this one is pecan pie. So fine tip glue pen is good if you're getting the suite or you're using these pieces. I do not have a fine tip glue pen, so that's in the cart. And so you could trim this off if you don't want it to be over. I'm not going to fuss with it today. So these, it's okay if these kind of overlap a little bit. Underneath these flowers is a bit of a hot mess with these because we're gonna cover it, and then make sure to leave enough space up here for your sentiment. Actually, let's do that right now. Here. Yeah. So the other thing that the silicone mat is good for is you can, got a goopy there. So you can add some glue like so. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. And then you can hold your piece and then you can just add glue this way. Because it's such a fine piece of cardstock that you really just don't need very much glue. So strategically putting glue on kind of the bits that are kind of out there, like the tops and the edges. That's the word I'm looking for, edges. So you can use adhesive sheets with this set. It's not a terrible idea. However, I didn't use adhesive sheets with this wishing for this layer because it's so dainty that I would just be concerned that when you put the adhesive sheet on the back, when you go to pull it off, you're kind of pulling the dainty scriptiness away. These are very technical terms that I'm using right now. All right, let's stamp. So the silicone mat can also be used as your cushion. So when you have photopolymer stamps, you need a cushion. So this can also be used for that. So we're gonna snip off this side. So we're gonna tuck the sentiment to the right, if you wish. All the best. It does look like a bit of a Japanese design with the these pieces, Japanese maple. I think that's maybe what you're talking about, Jan. Where's my? So I want to pop this up. Yep. So, I need it to be thin. All right. I'm so happy Canada Post is back. I mailed out some birthday cards yesterday. It felt good to mail stuff again. All right. So that's that. I'm going to show you a trick when this dries. You can just roll that glue right off. Okay. So this isn't super, oh, did I put glue on it? I didn't put glue on it, so don't worry about it. I'm like, why isn't that sticking? Okay. So I did the sentiment first just because I wanted to make sure I would have room for this to go on there. I think you could use the adhesive sheets on this as well, but just be super careful when you're pulling it apart, because you're not working with a whole lot of cardstock to begin with, you know. Oh, look at that. It's a happy little accident right there. Those line up. Okay, so we'll do this dry first. We'll go right there. Our fingers are sticky. Oh yeah, I think the blue is fine. And then these little small ones kind of fill in some of the gaps, some of the like little pieces. If you have more, whoops, branches shining through, like let's say you were like this, you wanted that flower there, just cut an extra one of these and add it. Or in this case, I also have a couple of the leaves. So these are two, it's Mossy Meadow and then Old Olive. So you could fill and cover up some of the space going that way too. All right, so dimensionals. Yeah, the adhesive sheets can be tricky, Jan. I don't disagree. So I'm going to do a combination of gluing it down and popping it up. When I went to go send the birthday cards yesterday, I was holding them in my hand and I went up to the post office and I said, can I have 2 American stamps? And she's like, oh yeah, sure. And whoops, forgot to take the backing off of this. And then we got to chatting and she could see them in my hand and I knew I had a feeling they were too thick to mail, like just with a regular stamp, but I didn't want her I didn't want her to tell me that. I wanted to roll the dice and mail it, being blissfully ignorant and hoping that it would be fine, risking that it might come back to me. And anyways, she put her hand out to take my cards and I went, oh no, that's okay, it's I'll do it later. She's like, no, those look pretty thick, I don't think I'm like, the jig is up. So anyways, it cost me $3.50 to send my cards. That's okay though, she did a good job. Okay, do you love it? Can I have a thumbs up if you love it? I love it when you interact and give me a thumbs up. Where's my, looking for my, oh gosh, it's right in front of me. My disc of tiny bee trinkets. I've almost used them all a lot. All right, so you could use a glue dot. I have used that or tried that. But I think what works for me is putting tiny little dabs of glue. Now so I'm going to take this off because I want both of these. So I have my trinket and I'm popping it down, and sometimes they don't pop off of the putty. So I use this piece to pull it off, So there is a bit of glue around there, but don't worry because Tombow dries clearly. So the same was with these ones. It dried clearly. So although it looks like there's glue on the outside, it's okay. Whoops. Okay, one more. The other fun thing for this suite that you might want to have on hand is Winkostella. Because adding Winkostella just to the top layer of the flower. I mean, you could do the whole flower if you want to. Whoa. But I'm just adding to the top layer. This is really juicy Winkostella. Do you have any Winkostella left after the holidays? I think they're about 10 or 11 bucks to add to cart. So yeah, so just as a recap, if you need a catalog, let me know. Happy to send you one. The Delightful Wishes class collaboration with Kate and I am going to show you the projects. Well, some of the projects. I don't have them all yet. And the Craft and Chat next weekend. Those are all the crafty things. Okay. So let me show you this mat. Okay, so there's our little piece when we were using Tombow, and it just peels right up. You're good to go. Sweet, right? All right, so Delightful Wishes class, stamp set and dies, casual crafter, or pardon me, beginner crafter, casual crafter, and then this one is the avid crafter. So you get 6 projects all together, It's free with purchase, and I'll put all the details in the event, which I'm going to create later today after Costco. So there it is. If you love it, I would appreciate a thumbs up, subscribe, follow, like, all that stuff. What do you think? It's good, hey? I love this set. It's really pretty. It's not a lot of work to get a very fancy card. So I'll do a little tutorial on making an envelope for the Slimline card as well. Thanks so much for hanging out. I appreciate you. Happy New Year, and we will talk again soon. Bye for now.